I upgraded my living room audio because I wanted that real cinema feeling at home, not just louder TV sound. I moved from an older setup that I already liked, so this was not about fixing something broken. It was about chasing a bigger, cleaner, more immersive experience that could handle movies, music, and games without compromise.
From the first setup session, what stood out was how much guidance I had. I could map my devices, connect everything with confidence, and get to a working system quickly. I appreciated that because complex audio systems can feel intimidating, especially when you are juggling HDMI settings, source devices, and surround speaker placement.
Once I had it dialed in, the difference was immediate. Bass was not just audible, it was physical. Action scenes had real impact and scale, and low-end effects felt anchored instead of muddy. The room started behaving more like a theater space, where sound has weight and movement instead of flattening into a single front channel.
Dialogue clarity improved in a way my whole family noticed. Voices were easier to understand at lower volume, and I did not need to keep reaching for the remote during quiet conversations and then dropping volume again during loud scenes. That consistency made everyday viewing much more comfortable. I also paid close attention to surround behavior because that had been a pain point in the past. With my previous generation system, wireless connectivity between components could occasionally crackle or drop, especially when the room had a lot of Wi-Fi activity. Here, stability has been dramatically better, and that alone reduced a huge amount of frustration.
Music playback surprised me too. I expected this to shine mainly with films, but stereo and all-channel modes both sounded full and energetic. I could stream over Bluetooth, push volume up, and still keep a satisfying balance between highs, mids, and bass without the sound turning brittle.
There are still details I evaluate critically. Cable design and routing choices matter in real rooms, and I always notice when included accessories feel cheaper than the core hardware. But the main system build feels solid, and the overall package has the performance foundation I care about most.
What impressed me was how flexible the setup became after the first week. I could fine-tune treble and level balance for different content types, then quickly switch back to a movie profile that emphasized immersion and dynamics. I did not feel locked into one personality, and that made the system more useful day to day.
Gaming was another strong test. Fast scenes, directional effects, and sudden bass events all remained coherent. Instead of a noisy wall of sound, I got positional cues and cleaner separation, which made gameplay more engaging and honestly more fun over longer sessions.
For mixed household use, reliability matters as much as peak performance. I need a system that turns on, connects, and behaves predictably every time. This one has been dependable, and that reliability is part of why I keep recommending this class of setup to anyone considering a serious home audio upgrade.
If I sum up my experience, it is this. The upgrade delivered meaningful gains in depth, clarity, and immersion, while fixing the connectivity annoyances that used to break the moment. It feels powerful when I want impact, controlled when I need detail, and consistent enough to trust as my daily system.
I bought it hoping for a noticeable step up. What I got was a full shift in how my room sounds and how much I enjoy everything I play through it. Movies feel bigger, dialogue feels cleaner, music feels more alive, and the whole system feels like it was worth the effort.
After more weeks of use, the biggest win is that I stopped thinking about troubleshooting and started focusing only on content. I can start a movie, jump into a game, or cue up music without wondering whether anything will disconnect, distort, or lose balance. The system just behaves. That trust changes everything.